Hey everybody, hope you guys are having a great Monday. I haven't been live with you guys in quite a while, so wanted to come on live here. And first off, wanted to thank all of you guys for the great birthday wishes that you sent. Just means so much to me that you guys were thinking about me, caring for me. And my wife and I had a great getaway to Puerto Rico. It was amazing. So it's good to be back though, and back to creating some projects, working on some big things coming up in the future. But today, what I wanted to do was really go through, because I've been getting a lot of questions from people about challenges and struggles that they've been having trying to follow some sort of a healing diet or a ketogenic diet and lifestyle. And if you have had challenges with this, definitely give me a like, maybe give me a comment, and let me know what your biggest struggle is, and I'll do my best to help you in this little call here with you guys, this little video. So would love to hear from you guys as far as what kind of challenges and struggles you may have had when it comes to the ketogenic diet and lifestyle, or any other lifestyle change that you may have applied. And so if you could do that, that would be great. And certainly share this with people that you care about as well. And so, as I think through this, I get so many questions from people saying, well, I see all these different recipes, I see all these different cookbooks, but I just don't know, how to do it or if it's the right thing for me. And so really the way a ketogenic diet and lifestyle works is it helps to reduce inflammation. And so that's the whole goal. All chronic disease is related to chronic inflammation at the root cause, and we've got to reduce that inflammation. And that's the biggest thing. And so we do that by getting our blood sugar stable. So, the first three principles with the good healing-based anti-inflammatory diet. Number one, reducing sugars and grains, because we know sugars and grains, the number one thing that causes inflammation in our bodies. So we get rid of sugars, we get rid of grains, okay? And that's naturally going to make us on a lower carb diet because those are the high carb foods that people are eating. Number two is we get rid of bad fats, corn oil, soybean oil, safflower oil, cottonseed oil, peanut oil. These are really toxic industrial oils that are really bad for the body. So I'd highly recommend getting rid of those, getting those things out of your diet and lifestyle, super important. And then number three is changing the meat that you eat. I would recommend moving from grain-fed to grass-fed as much as possible. So grain-fed to grass-fed, trying to go organic grass-fed as much as possible. You're not going to do it all the time. Like when I was on vacation here recently, we were eating at certain restaurants that probably was conventionally raised animal products. It wasn't grass-fed animal products. And it happens from time to time. So you can do things like, if you are in a situation like that, taking some activated charcoal sometimes can help. Digestive enzymes, probiotics, things like that can help support you. As much as possible, though, doing grass-fed organic is key because you get so much more nutrients in the grass-fed organic animal products, more conjugated linoleic acid, more fat-soluble nutrients, and significantly less toxins. And part of the nutritional approach that I teach is not just getting your body into ketosis or reducing inflammation by eating more fats, but really it's about maximizing nutrients and minimizing toxins. And we do that when we're going grass-fed organic as much as we can. And so I know we got a lot of people on today. And so thank you guys for being on. We've got Donna. She says, I'm watching and sharing my experiences. Great to have you on with us, Donna. Alicia says, right now I'm nursing my newborn daughter. How do you go about getting enough calories and nurse while on keto? Is it even possible to be on keto and nurse? You certainly can be on keto and nurse, although in general, if you have trouble producing enough milk, so if you're somebody that's an underproducer when it comes to breast milk, I don't recommend starting a ketogenic diet. And the reason for that is a ketogenic diet is to some degree a fasting mimicking diet. And there's incredible health benefits that come with fasting. However, on the downside of fasting is that our body, because it says, well, I'm in a time of famine. I don't have high insulin levels. So I must be in a period of time where food is less prevalent, which is very good for reducing inflammation. However, it's not great for producing a lot of breast milk or being highly, highly fertile. Okay. So if you're infertile and you're trying to get fertile or carry out a baby, I do recommend an anti-inflammatory diet, but not necessarily with the goal of producing blood ketones over 0.5 millimoles, which is technically in nutritional ketosis, okay? So can you apply it when you're nursing? You absolutely can. The key is, though, if you see your breast milk diminishing and you're not providing enough for your child, might be good to add in, some healthy starches or do more of a cyclical carb backloading approach where you do a little bit of extra carbs in the evening. So that's typically what I recommend in those cases. Great question there, Alicia. Appreciate that. And I'll address some more of your guys' questions as we go on. But I wanted to get into our topic, and I'm going to give you guys 3 strategies to really help with making keto easier. So number 1 is find a community to support you. So if you're just getting started with a healthy lifestyle, it can be really, really tough to do it all on your own. So finding a community to support you, here, obviously on my page, we're here to support you. On my Instagram, you can check out my Instagram as well. We're here to support you. And I also have a Facebook group. So I think some of you guys know about it. Some of you guys don't. But it's called the Navigating the Ketogenic Diet Facebook group. Okay, we just have that open to anyone. Okay, a lot of people that have purchased and are using my Navigating the Ketogenic Diet program are on that. But I also keep it open so that the rest of my audience can get in there and just kind of see, and get an idea if keto is something that you want to do. So you can check that group out as well. You can ask questions in there. Of course, on my page here, I'm always here to help support you guys as much as I can. Okay, so but finding a community, whether it's an online community like what I'm talking about here, or if it is an in-person community, maybe a church group, a small group that you're a part of. Maybe it's at your gym, your CrossFit gym, or your fitness center, or something along those lines, your health food store. Being in a community group can be extremely important. You can run ideas with people and just talk about your particular concerns and successes and wins that you've had. It's always good to be able to share successes, wins, but then also have your concerns heard as well. So I would recommend that. Number 2, and this is key, it's to make your recipes simple. So I know on my website, I've got some simple recipes. There's certainly a lot of simple ones. And then there are also a lot of more complicated recipes. Okay. And if you're out there and you are not somebody that bakes and makes food on a regular basis, it's not a hobby of yours preparing food, then don't think you need to make the complicated recipes. Okay. I just want to put that up front. Is if you are somebody that eats out a lot, that you really don't spend a lot of time preparing food, totally fine. Nothing wrong with that. You can do this program. You can follow a ketogenic diet, have a lot of success. You don't have to overcomplicate it. However, if you are somebody that really is like, a food artist that really loves preparing food in the kitchen, likes to take the time to do that, then, my website, we try to provide a ton of helpful resources and recipes for you guys that do enjoy that. So there are recipes that have a lot more ingredients in it. But in general, if you feel overwhelmed by a recipe, then don't make it. It should be enjoyable. Like you should look at a recipe and be like, I can't wait to make that. And if that's your mentality going in, then you're going to make the recipe and you're going to really enjoy it. You're going to have a lot of success with it. But you shouldn't feel like you're forced to make certain recipes. And there are definitely swaps you can do. And you can even eat out at restaurants, particular restaurants, and make good choices and definitely follow a healing, anti-inflammatory, ketogenic diet and lifestyle. So I think that's really helpful. Okay, and then the third thing, and I'm definitely going to get to some of your guys' questions here soon. But the third thing I want to talk about was using a guided app to support you. I recently partnered with a company called Suggestic. And the reason why I partnered with them, they reached out to me and we started talking, and they were asking me some of the biggest issues I was having working with clients from all around the world. And, obviously my online community, and helping people apply natural health, a natural healthy lifestyle, and follow a ketogenic diet and lifestyle. And what I told them was the biggest issue is really community and accountability, and just people being confused and kind of having their head in the weeds about like all the details. And so they actually created this incredible app. It's the Suggestic app. And I'm actually going to put a link for it here in just a second. So to help you guys out. And that's actually one of the big reasons why I'm doing this Facebook Live. Those of you guys that aren't familiar with this app, And I want to really show this to you guys because this app is pretty amazing. And I'm not really a big app guy. Like I've got my iPhone right here, but I don't use a whole lot of apps. I don't know if you guys do. So I'm putting a link where you guys can check it out. Hopefully that works. Okay, so yeah, you guys can check that out. And I'm going to pin it at the top here so you can check it out. But I've got my phone. By the way, I've got a safe sleeve right here. I'll have to do another Facebook Live on what a safe sleeve is, but it helps block EMFs. But anyways, here's my phone. You can see a little picture of my wife right there and little Joyful. Okay. And I'm going to jump in here. And this is the Suggestic app. So like this is like the first screen. And the cool thing about the Suggestic app is it really helps with my goals. So if I'm looking at this, it's talking about, okay, what are your major health goals? Okay, let me get that to where you guys can see it. And it says like eat better, weight loss, energy and fatigue, skin conditions, inflammation. So I can click on one of these. I can say, okay, you know what? Brain fog and focus. Like I really want to be able to focus well. So I click on that, then I click next. All right. And now it brings this screen up right here. Okay, and you guys can see like, okay, what kind of diet, nutrition plan are you interested in? And so it's going to talk about all these, including the ketogenic one, right? So I can click on that, and now it's going to customize. It's going to send me like daily texts. It's going to have all these different applications and, giving me recipe suggestions. It's going to give me pointers. It's going to say having trouble finding or having trouble thinking through what your meal plan is this week. And then it will give me suggestions on specific recipes or specific types of ideas. It also is really good because it has restaurants. So they actually have vetted out restaurants in your area. So you can say, okay, I want to eat a ketogenic diet, and they'll have restaurants specific to your area that will show up that have menu items that you can choose from. So it's really, really cool from that perspective. And, it's right here at, it's asking me what my gender is. So it's going to customize using artificial intelligence. Okay. There's lots of movies out about artificial intelligence and, that being such a big issue and such a scare. But, this is where artificial intelligence is great because it makes our life easier. I create an account and we can go from there. And so the cool thing is that, the keto challenge, my keto challenge, we are actually giving, I think it's like a free week or free 2 weeks to try it out. I guess I should have looked at that before I did this video, but you can check it out. It's we're actually giving access to it for free right now. That way you can see if it's something you want to use. And I can't remember what the cost is, but it's very low cost to have a yearly access to this, to be able to use it all the time. And I've just heard so many great testimonials of people that have had great results with it, and it's really helped them on their keto lifestyle. So check that out. I put the link below. If you've been using this, definitely leave a comment as far as what your experience has been. Definitely interested to hear back from you guys. I didn't create this app. This app was created by the company Suggestic. They actually have a whole bunch of different programs. So even if you're not trying to follow a ketogenic diet, they have a whole lot of different meal plans and different lifestyle strategies that they have on there that can help you. So I think it's the reason why I partnered with them is I just think it's brilliant. And I think that it's something that my audience really needs and that our world really needs. I think it's going to help people be more compliant. There's so much coming at us and so much conflicting information. And at the same time, we're conditioned into certain nutrition and lifestyle strategies, and it can be very confusing. And so this helps us to navigate our journey more effectively. So having an app, getting texts and reminders on your phone is a fantastic strategy for being more compliant with whatever diet and lifestyle strategy you want to apply. And the Suggestic app that I put in can really be helpful for you guys. So hopefully this has been helpful. Let's see what kind of questions we have. Let's see. Debbie says she would like to say she lost 80 pounds in a year and have 2/3 of her 120-pound goal. Great job, Debbie. So proud of you. That is absolutely amazing. Really, really, really proud of you. Would love to hear more about that. If you can give me a private message, that would be great. Maybe I'll bring you on for an interview on the strategies and things that you did in order to do that, because it's not easy to lose that kind of weight. And so we're all really proud of you. Give her a like on her comments. That would be great. And we're here to support you. And I'd love to hear if you want to send a private message over to me. I'd love to hear your story and give you a gift as well for being so compliant and having so much success on your journey. Okay, Elaine says, what about all these keto pills I see people taking? You know, there are different supplements. In fact, I have a great article, Elaine, that I'll follow up with where it talks about keto supplements. So exogenous ketones can be really powerful. There are other things like raspberry ketones, which are actually not ketones. So they're not like true ketones that our body produces. So I don't recommend those. Okay, there's very limited research on their benefits, but it's a good question that you're asking there, Elaine. So keto pills, it's very kind of vague, but there are some things out there that people are taking. And some are good, some are not. Okay, so we'd have to cut through that a little bit more detail. All right, let's see. Okay, Julie says, did keto for over 6 months and didn't lose weight. I recently found out I'm hypothyroid. How do you lose weight with that condition? You know, Julie, I see this very often. And in fact, I'm actually writing a book called The Keto Metabolic Makeover that will be coming out next summer, I guess, next late spring, summer, where I go through all these types of things. But I also have a great article on if you're not losing weight on keto, right, hacks that you can do. And thyroid issues are one of the top things that I see with people. And so you can take a thyroid support supplement or a medication to help get the proper amount of thyroid hormone into your system. If your thyroid hormone is low, you're going to have weight loss resistance. Typically, you're going to have fatigue, trouble with energy. Oftentimes, you're going to end up with higher cholesterol. You're going to have cold hands and feet. You might be constipated. You might have brain fog. There's a lot of issues that happen with hypothyroid. And a lot of people that struggle with weight loss on a ketogenic diet that are looking to lose weight, if they struggle, I do see a lot of people have this condition, hypothyroid. So if you go to Dr. Jockers, there's a lot of articles on it, and I'll try to follow up and send an article that can help you get more clarity on this condition and what to do, Julie. So thanks for asking. Okay, let's see. Debbie says, was on a really great plan for a year. No sugar, no grains, no dairy. Then suddenly more inflammation and my thyroid went haywire. Just started the Armor Thyroid. Now I'm all over the place. I feel worse since starting the meds, but it's only been 3 weeks. Anything I can do to help with tiredness and lethargy? Debbie, I am so sorry to hear that. And Debbie, I guess you just left that comment about losing the weight. Okay. And so, you know, in your health journey, sometimes there can be, you know, a number of different strategies that you can encounter. And so it is very, very important to get, the thyroid hormone addressed properly. And, you know, you definitely want to make sure if you're on meds that you're working with your doctor, okay, to help support you. And typically a functional health coach can really, really help, because when we think about the thyroid hormone being low, okay, or not producing enough thyroid hormone, there's probably some other underlying reasons for that. I see a lot of times people have estrogen dominance and sometimes liver issues, okay, that can be taking place. The gut issues can be taking place. Sometimes there's autoimmunity to the thyroid. Sometimes there's adrenal issues that need to be addressed. So getting a good functional health coach can be helpful. You can also go to my website and look at thyroid articles. Okay, we have a lot of different articles on supporting the thyroid, and that can be key. And, you know, don't be discouraged. All of us on our health journey, we're going to have ups and downs. We're going to have peaks and valleys. It's just a normal part of life, okay? And it's biblical. It really is biblical that, you know, God never promised us that everything's going to be smooth sailing. And, you know, ultimately, what we've got to do is just stay the course, okay? Stay the course, stay encouraged, stay hopeful, keep searching for answers. And finding a coach and a guide can be really, really helpful. So I'm glad that my website can be, you know, of service to you guys. And also I've got a great functional health coaching team with Danielle and Melissa, who you guys see doing Facebook Lives every week. Hopefully you guys are enjoying those. They're fantastic. Danielle and Melissa are amazing health coaches. And then also Michael as well. So for those of you guys that prefer to work with a male. Michael is amazing. He is incredible writer, really intelligent guy. And so he's a great person to work with as well. And they can get to the root cause. You can also come to my clinic and, work with me personally, but getting a functional health coach can be extremely helpful for you. Let's see. One last question, if I've got one. Wendy says, having a difficult time getting enough calories, fat, nutrition ratio each day while incorporating intermittent fasting. Yeah, Wendy, I do see this as a common issue that a lot of people struggle with as well. And so, the good thing is when you're fasting, your body does get more efficient. So you don't necessarily need to follow macronutrient principles all the time when you're fasting. What I tell people to do is if you're doing like 1 meal a day or 2 meals a day or whatever it is, eat until you're satiated. You should feel full. Okay. That's the key, is you're not trying to just eat this 500 calorie meal because it's 500 calories. Okay. You're really trying to eat till you're satiated. I personally eat 1 to 2 meals a day. Like today, I worked out yesterday, so I ate 2 meals. On days when I train, okay, yesterday I did a leg workout, I eat 2 meals. Today, I have a busy day, and normally I work out at 12. I'm doing this video call right here. And so I'm not exercising strenuously. I'm going to take a few walks today because I'm working from my desk here, but I'm not exercising strenuously. So I'm only going to eat 1 meal today. And that's all I really need. But I eat a large meal. Okay. So in that meal, I'm eating a large amount of food. I don't count the calories. I just eat until I'm full. That's really the key. I take some digestive enzymes beforehand, and I just make sure that I eat until I am really satiated. I feel good. Okay. And that's how I do it. So I don't think you need to be like a macronutrient, you don't need to be like all over and be super analytical on the macronutrients. I think you need to eat really good healing anti-inflammatory foods. If you're following a ketogenic diet, stick with ketogenic foods and eat until you are satiated, depending on, obviously how many meals you're eating, 1, 2, 3, right, whatever it is, and whatever your eating window is. Eat until you're satiated. And I would tell that to everybody, just eat until you feel satisfied. Now, if you're hitting a weight loss plateau, your thyroid hormone looks great, okay? Other markers are looking good, yet you're still struggling to lose weight, then I recommend actually increasing exercise and doing things like a hot, cold shower, stuff like that. I don't really recommend a calorie restricted approach, at least not for a long period of time. Okay. You can do fluctuating calorie restriction. Like, for example, if you are fasting, okay, on the days where I eat 1 meal, I'm consuming less calories than on the days when I eat 2 meals. So I kind of fluctuate my calories, which forces my body to adapt, right? And that's a great thing. You want to force in adaptation, it can be really powerful. So that's what I would recommend. Just eat until you're satiated, eat until you feel satisfied, hydrate well. Outside of that, consume really good healing foods. So hopefully this has been a great video for you guys. It's been really helpful. And I would love to hear your comments, questions, and feedback in the comment section below. And be sure to check the pinned post, the Suggestic app. I think it'll be really, really helpful and supportive to you guys on your journey. So anyways, everybody be blessed. Thanks again for being on, and thanks for the birthday wishes. Be blessed.